Pickleball is quickly becoming a popular sport around the world, with players competing in a miniature game of tennis that requires speed, agility, endurance, and hand-eye coordination to succeed in. And whether you're a pro or not the best like me, I found that pickleball is a fun, competitive game to play with your friends and can be really simple to pick up. I've recently been introduced to this sport, and my friends and I have been playing ever since. And while I wouldn't say I'm a good player, I've definitely had a lot of fun playing this sport with my friends over the last few months.
Nope.
So I decided to start my own pickleball tournament and get as many teams as possible to make the biggest tournament in pickleball history. I was able to round up 64 people to form 32 teams to make a large double elimination style bracket for this upcoming pickleball tournament. Instead of randomly generating the entire bracket or seeding every single team, I decided to seed only the top 8 teams and then randomly generate the rest. One of the 1 seeds happened to be my own team, as I got the best pickleball player I knew in Owen McDonald to be my teammate. After finishing writing out all of the 1 and 2 seeds, I used a wheel to place all of the other teams on the bracket. First was generating my opponent, which happened to be Keegan and Landon, which would be a respectable opponent to face in the first round for me and Owen. But there is just one issue. I am not very good at pickleball. But to help me out, I got my teammate Owen to train me.
Guys, we got the coach now, also my partner Owen. What are we going to learn today in this session?
We're going to go over everything. We got the forehand, the backhand, the serve.
Oh, all the good stuff.
Lesson.
After kind of getting down the front hand, Owen went over the backhand with me.
This one, you got to get really close to it. The one-handed backhand, it's like the same as the forehand. You can get pretty far away from it and still hit it with it, and then you hit it across. So that's literally just make sure to finish.
After some practice with that, it was time to learn the serve.
You can put it wherever you want. So I'm going to put it right here, already back.
Like forehand.
Have a really loose grip, and you're just going to like whip it, so just drop it out. Yeah, there you go. So try to hit it flatter. Try not to cut at it. Try to just go straight through it.
After the training session was complete, it was time for me to 1v1 the master. I started it off really well and even got the first point of the match. And although I knew I wasn't at a skill level yet, I felt like I could hang with him. But even with my early lead, Owen did come back and win 6-3, though I was still very happy with my performance. But then, it was time for the tournament. Before their first game, each player had to buy in with $5, making the pot total for the winner over $300. Before long, the first 2 teams showed up to play each other. The first team being Team Swain, the 2-seed team of 2 brothers. You may remember Colton from my previous pickleball video. The second team was Team Big Balls, which were 2 high school friends, Owen and Aiden.
1-0 right now. And game 1.
Oh yeah, and each match would consist of a best-of-3 series, where each game was played to 11. Team Big Balls came out of the gate blazing, and built up a score of 6-0 over the 2-seeded Swains in the first game. However, the 2-seeded Swains fought back and made Game 1 a dogfight. Before we find out who wins this match, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Barnyard Pickleball for making this tournament possible. Barnyard Pickleball offers court rentals and private lessons for players of all skill levels. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced player, they have something for everyone. If you want to play on the beautiful and well-kept courts for low prices featured in this video, then you should definitely check them out. I've played in many tournaments and pickup games at Barnyard Pickleball and has never been short of an absolute blast. I'll leave a link to their website down in the description. You should definitely check them out for a fun time, especially if you live in New Jersey, where their company is located. Now back to the pickleball match. After a close game, the Swains can put the game away now with one more point, and they do just that.
They lose that challenge, but they have unlimited left. Oh, he went in the kitchen. Yeah, he went in the kitchen. He steps in a lot. We kind of like let it slide, you know, the little kid. Oh.
The Swains were dominating game 2, and it seemed that Team Big Balls were crumbling with their backs up against the wall.
Dixon is unraveling here.
Team Big Balls started making mistake after mistake, and the Swains were capitalizing on them every time. Eventually, the inevitable happened, and the Swains got their final point, moving them on to the second round of the tournament. We interviewed each team after to see how they felt about their first round performance.
Your team name again, guys?
What are the Big Balls?
The Big Balls today. Any takeaways from this loss?
I think they were up there. At the end of the day, just came to executing shots, and we couldn't get them in the big moments. But I'm glad there's a losers bracket. I know that we're gonna be in the gym hard coming back. We're gonna fight our way back. I can tell you that.
You were up, I believe it was 6-0 in the first game.
There was not a minute until that last second that I thought we were going to lose. Paddles felt hard today. The ball was flying a little far, but not our day. But losers brackets for us.
You were down 6-0, I believe. How'd you feel during that moment?
Felt like I was just warming up, you know. Didn't really have any doubt about it. I gotta stop hitting it when it's going out.
Later in the night, there was 2 more games, one of which being David and Chase versus Mateo and Xavier. This was a close match, but Chase and David were able to pull it out and move on to the second round of the winner's bracket. But then, it was our turn to play. We were originally supposed to play Landon and Keegan, but since Landon got injured, Ben, in the red baseball jersey, had to sub in for him. Me and Owen started out strong and got ourselves up to a 4-0 lead. It got to 6-0 by the time they were able to finally break our serve. But Keegan and Ben were able to fight back and even tied it all up late in the game. Me and Owen were able to rise to the challenge and take game 1 11-9. Game 2 was very hectic as well, and even proved to be more of a challenge than game 1. Keegan was balling out all game, and my inexperience in the sport started to really show. They were up 10-8 late in the game, and we had to break their serve in order to stay in it, and then tragedy struck. In the final game, it was their serve first, and they went up 1-0. But then, we were able to break their serve and get the ball back. Where we thought we'd get an easy win and move on to the second round with no problem, we found ourselves in a dogfight in a game 3 to decide who even moves on. But Owen and I were done messing around and got laser focused on the ball, following it wherever it went and locking in for game 3. Owen seemed to unlock his X factor and started spiking the ball on them and hitting crazy shots every time his paddle made contact with the ball. We ended up dominating game 3, winning 11-3 and winning the series 2-1 to push us forward to the second round of the winner's bracket. Another crazy series happened after our game, where the 1 seed Frankie and Lucas were taken down by Andrew and Jack. After an eventful first night of games and a few first-round byes because of some dropouts by certain teams, this is what the bracket looked like. all of the teams that had won their first games today advancing in the winners bracket, and along with some other teams who got first round byes, and then the teams who lost today getting sent down to the losers bracket, all to come together to make one big juicy bracket. But now it was time for day 2. I was stoked with the turnout today, as almost all 32 teams made it, making the pickleball courts absolutely packed. In the first game, Derek and Gavin dominated the unexperienced Chase and DJ, moving themselves on to the second round. And although they were selling in this clip, Cole and Ethan were able to beat up the youngest team of Gray and Max to win their first round matchup. On the losers bracket side, Lucas and Frankie handled Owen and Aiden, making them the first elimination of the tournament. The upsetted Lucas and Frankie survive another day. In the next game, my brother Sean and his friend Jaden were sadly defeated by Dylan Beck and David. And yes, David somehow finessed his way into playing on 2 teams. Meanwhile, the father and son duo of Bobby and his dad, Mr. Socher, defeated Noah and Tristan to move on to play me and Owen in the next round. And although they are once again selling in this clip, Cole and Ethan are able to defeat Derek and Gavin in this second round matchup to advance further into the winners bracket. And once again, me and Owen were up to play. As I stated before, we were against Bobby and his dad, Mr. Socher. Bobby's dad actually turned out to be a pretty good player, so we decided to hit it to Bobby almost every time we could. And our strategy started to work out perfectly. Mr. Socher was putting topspin on the ball, which was giving me trouble hitting the ball whenever he hit it my way. I was getting frustrated and kept hitting his balls back into the net. And although they did make a late game comeback, me and Owen were able to put game 1 away 11-8. Time for game 2. After switching sides, we kept to our strategy of hitting it to Bobby every time, which allowed us to rack up points early in game 2. Me and Owen were on a run from start to finish, and were able to build up a big lead by late in the game. But the Sochers weren't done yet, and Mr. Socher locked in and got 5 points in a row, showing his absolute dominance as a great pickleball player in this tournament. But although he did get his X Factor, me and Owen were able to hold off the Sochers 11-9 in Game 2 to move ourselves into the third round of the winners bracket. After defeating 2 respectable teams in Keegan and Ben and Bobby and Mr. Socher, it was Owen and I's turn to face the first title contenders we'd have to go against in this tournament, that being Cole and Ethan. Tune in to part 2 to see who wins.